Hello, everyone, and welcome into the North Star Network. It's a warm night here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium for a marquee matchup between the Cicero-North Syracuse North Stars and the Utica Proctor Raiders. Hello, everyone. Alongside Drew Matiasic, I'm Johnny Lisi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Drew Matiasic. It is a warm September evening here in Cicero, New York. This is the first home game since 2019, October of 2019, here in Cicero, New York. And the crowd is huge, and the crowd is electric here on Jersey night.
We are very excited. As you said, these two teams last met in the sectional finals at the Carrier Dome in November of 2019. CNS winning that matchup 28-25 over Utica Proctor. It is going to be an exciting night, Drew.
It is for sure going to be an exciting night. I mean, we can only hope that CNS will return to the Carrier Dome this November once again for the section finals, and maybe this is the matchup that we will see, Utica Proctor versus Cicero-North Syracuse.
We can only hope. When we talked to Coach Klein moments before the game, he said that his North Stars are ready to play. They are ready to play this game, and they are excited.
Not only that, but when we asked him about both starting quarterbacks, Jackson Ravsmovsky and Anthony Testa, he told us that he was just going to play this by the ear. He's going to play it by the play, and he's going to see. As we've seen against the Clifton game at the Carrier Dome and the Nottingham game in Nottingham, we can see that there's a pattern that Ravsmovsky is being used for more passing plays and that Testa is being used to rush the ball more on rushing plays.
You're very right, Drew. Last week, CNS had a 37-8 win over Nottingham on the road, and last week, Utica Proctor played their first game since 2019 at home with a 20-14 win over Corcoran. Utica Proctor did not play in the COVID-shortened season last spring.
Yeah, and not only is this CNS's first home game with a crowd, a reminder that they did play in the COVID-19 season, but this is their first crowd where there is no restrictions on how many people can be in the stadium. Not only is it their first real home game, as I like to call it, but this is Utica Proctor's first road game in almost 2 years.
You're right, Drew. This is definitely a marquee matchup because Cicero-North Syracuse in the weekly state polls was ranked 8th. And Utica Proctor was ranked 16th in the state this week. So definitely a good matchup this evening.
And we also have an intense matchup in Liverpool tonight as the Beeville Bees take on Liverpool at Liverpool tonight. That's going to be a very interesting matchup tonight with those two rivalry teams.
Yes, it is. We can see the student section getting ready all in their jerseys. We are actually behind the student section this evening in a very fun setup. Our friends at Spectrum Sports are in our normal booth, so we decided to adapt and go to this very fun setup. It's pretty fun here, Drew.
It is extremely fun here, and you can see that the crowd is definitely going to get rowdy tonight.
Oh, definitely.
I interviewed some of the fans before the game. Some of them were from Baldwinsville. These people came all the way to Cicero-North Syracuse to watch this game, and they are excited to see the amount of passing that they are going to see out of CNS tonight, and they are hoping that that is the case tonight with CNS.
Yes, yes. So it looks like Utica Proctor's cheerleaders are starting to get ready. They made the trip from Utica, about a 40-minute trip. Josh Kubala kicking off for the North Stars. They won the toss and elected to defer. So Utica Proctor will start with the ball. And it is kickoff time here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. Trayshawn Patterson, the senior from Utica Proctor, number 2, is back deep to receive the kick. The 3-2-1 countdown. It's go time. Just played on the board, so it is go time here at Cicero-North Syracuse. Special shout out to our cameraman Aaron Tarquinio and our stats guy Hunter Pashuska on the call. Well, with us tonight. Excited to have them.
We are extremely excited to have them. Without them, there would be no game and no live stream tonight.
No. Special thank you to Spencer Conjal for getting our live stream set up, and special thanks to Owen O'Keefe for getting us set up. And it is a team effort, Drew. It's not just you and I. It is a big team effort.
It is more behind the scenes than people think. It really is, Johnny. You know, they hear us speaking on the microphone here tonight, but they don't realize the amount of work and effort it takes pre-game and even weeks before the game to figure this all out. I mean, days before we were having call after call, and we were writing down our key notes and just notes in general, gathering statistics and starting lineups from both Utica Proctor and the North Stars.
Yeah, we had a good meeting earlier this week. Just go over stuff.
We did.
So, This season, some stats, the North Stars have scored 50 points and allowed 40 points.
And it looks like they're going to start the kickoff.
And we are going to kick off. It's kickoff time. It's getting ready, and the crowd is getting rowdy, especially the student section.
You can really hear the feet thumping against the bottom of the stands here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium, getting ready for this exciting kickoff.
Number 11, Josh Kubala, the senior, 6'3" senior, kicks it off, and that is deep. Takes it at about the 5-yard line. Oh, stumbles. Oh. Stumbles at about the 15, so the Utica Proctor Raiders will start at the 15-yard line, Drew.
That is amazing. I did not expect him to trip. I was wondering actually what happened on that play. You know, it happens in sports. It happens in sports. The ball is on the 17-yard line. Yep. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, typical case of the turf monster. Utica Proctor has been known for a long time as a rush-first team, so we are ready to see some heavy rushes probably in the first half for the Raiders.
We are. We are expecting that.
Utica Proctor lined up. Little motion. That looks like it's a rush and down after about maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, Drew. Good defense by the North Star defensive line. I
mean, just as you said that Utica Proctor is a rushing team, just as you said that they rush the ball.
1 yard gain for the North Stars. The ball is on the 18. It is 2nd and 9.
So that was only a 1 yard gain. That wasn't much.
Hey, if you can pound the ball and you can keep pounding the ball for those 1 yard gains, those aren't what you want. But if you keep pushing the ball, you'll eventually crack this North Star defensive line. I
mean, this is a great sign for CNS's defensive linemen here. I mean, being able to hold off a rushing team like this early in the game.
Oh, that's a jet sweep. Gets caught. Ooh, tackle. I would say at about the 18 or 19, maybe for no gain to a 1 yard gain.
That did not look like much gain. It looked like he could have gotten some gain with that curve that he got there, but then it seemed like he was tackled just around the same area. And that did not go anywhere. There was 0 gain on that play.
No gain. 3rd and 9. First 3rd down opportunity of the night for the Raiders.
We might see a punt in a few seconds, depending on how this play goes.
You never know, Drew.
CNS just has to hold off. Their defensive linemen just have to hold off Utica Proctor there, and then they've got to get down if Utica Proctor's going to make a passing play here, which they might even do with 3rd and 9.
Passes
and
over
they do make
his hands. And is that a fumble? That was number 22 for the North Stars going after that ball. Number 22, Andrew Vanette. And it is.
Andrew Vanette recovered that ball around, what was that? The 18-yard line, 19-yard line.
And 14 actually.
Keeps going down.
Turnover for the Utica Proctor Raiders on 3rd down, and it looks like North Stars quarterback Anthony Testa, senior quarterback, will be starting. Testa is a 5'11" senior. Last week at Nottingham, passed 6 passes, 2 for 6, 11 yards, but rushed for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win over Nottingham. Jamar Ballard, the senior, is in the backfield. A little motion from Josh Kubala. Hands it off to Ballard. Ballard breaks through. That he could go. End zone, touchdown, North Stars. Jamar Ballard.
That just shows how critical it is to not turn over the ball. I mean, in any sport at all. I mean, the Utica Proctor Raiders turned that over around the 14-yard line. It was recovered by Andrew Vanette. And before you know it, CNS runs one play with Anthony Testa on quarterback. And all of a sudden, CNS takes a 6-0 lead with 10:25 left in the first quarter.
You know, Jamar Ballard was a highly anticipated player that people wanted to see before this season. Josh Kubala with the kick attempt, but a good 14-yard rushing touchdown for Jamar Ballard. Lines up for the kick, through the uprights, and it's good. And it's 7-0 North Stars with 10:25 left to go in the first quarter. Good one-play drive for the North Stars. That's really what they need. They need to strike and score. So it should be fun. If the North Stars keep doing this, Drew, then, man, we could have a high-scoring game. The North Stars know how to score against Utica Proctor. In their last 5 games, dating back to 2016, CNS has dropped 176 points on Utica Proctor, and that is a 35.2 average points per game. That is high for any team, even in high school, 35.2 average points per game against a team. That's rare to find even in the NFL.
Yeah, and it looks like we could go above it if this trend continues here with CNS taking a 7-0 lead with only a minute and a half into this ball game.
Yeah. In those last 5 games, CNS is 4 and 1. Their only loss came in the 2019 season and the regular season. They got shut out by Utica Proctor. Josh Kubala with the kickoff. Looks like Utica Proctor's going with the 2-man backfield again. Catches it, gets it to about past the 20-yard line, slips again at the 19-yard line. So it looks like Utica Proctor will take over at the 16-yard line.
That is exactly what happened in the first kickoff of the game. Again, a kickoff by Josh Kubala. Maybe it's luck on Kubala's part because it seems as if they trip and slip in the same exact area, and that's where the ball is ending up again at the 16-yard line, Proctor's 16-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Utica Proctor, you definitely want to get at least a first down, maybe get some momentum, because a turnover and an immediate touchdown for the other team, that's not what you want to see as a coach or even a player.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Utica Proctor is not a great start for them in this game, but we'll see where this goes. This could tighten up to be a great matchup.
I think it will, Drew. It's one of the top matchups in the state this evening. Looks like he gets it to about the 20-yard line, probably a 4 or 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 17 for Utica Proctor.
It's a 5-yard gain rush by Utica Proctor there. I mean, again, another rushing team.
Looks like they broke through a little bit more. They only had 1 yard last drive for Utica Proctor, so maybe a little bit of confidence, 5 yards, some small confidence. That was number 2, Trayshawn Patterson, the senior. Last week, in their win over Corcoran, 12 rushes, 121 yards, and a touchdown. That looks like it's to about the 25-yard line. That could be a first down for Utica Proctor.
Let's see it.
We are awaiting the ruling. And there is an official's timeout. We are. It is 7-0 here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium.
And it looks like that will not be a first down.
No, it is 3rd and 3. Second, third down of the game. We apologize if some people are walking through our view. We're not in the best, most clear spot, but we're making it work. Runs around. That's an end around. Good blocking. That is at about the 33, but a very, very good block for Utica Proctor.
That was a very, very good block.
That is how you get first downs.
That was
good end block.
That was a nice stiff arm play.
That was 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Utica Proctor.
Looks like this rush is going a lot better than the first rush that Utica Proctor did.
Oh, definitely. Better drive already in 3 plays than it was last drive.
Yeah.
Little motion. Hands it off and stopped at about the 33, so maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. 1 yard gain, Drew. It'll be 2nd and 9, ball at the 34.
Utica Proctor's 34-yard line.
Yeah, you want to get past, you want to at least get to the 50. Maybe try airing it out on a play, but I think if you can get some edge blocking like you did on that last play, Drew, then I think you could really push through and get a score, maybe even a big play. You want chunk plays.
I mean, by Utica Proctor, I mean, they've only made one rush that was more than about 2 yards. I mean, they might run a passing play here. We never know.
They passed once on that last play. Looks like it's a little jet sweep down at the 30, loss of about 4. Beautiful play for the North Stars defense, Drew. Number 7 for the North Stars, Timothy Graham on the stop. 5'11" senior. It is 3rd and 13 for Utica Proctor at their own 30-yard line.
I mean, I think Utica Proctor is definitely going to punt that. I mean, that might seem like something stupid to say, but
They had good momentum going. They had some good plays, but that's obviously a little bit of a crusher.
They did until that last rush. I mean, they might want to start resorting to some passing plays if they want to gain yardage past the 30-yard line here.
I agree. Rushes around. That he breaks through. Good blocking, and that was actually a pass play. Good pass, good blocking, down at about the 45.
That looks like it could be a first down here for Utica Proctor. I mean, it is a first down,
That
first
is a
and
first
10.
down. I apologize. Looked like a rushing play. Utica Proctor did a very good job of mistaking that.
And they keep getting closer and closer to that crucial 50-yard line for Utica Proctor here. First and 10 at the 44 once again. 7:34 left in the first quarter. CNS leads 7-0 against Utica Proctor.
CNS definitely needed to get on top first. You needed that big score to give you the momentum. You can see the body language on the sideline. They're cheering for the team. And an end around, looks like he slips. Fumble. The ball is out. Let's see. Looks like there could be a flag down. Jerquel Henderson, the senior. Oh, he's actually a sophomore. On the carry, fumble recovered by Proctor. It is second and, let's see.
And there was a fumble on the play, but the Utica Proctor Raiders did recover that ball. That is not another turnover on Utica Proctor. They did recover that fumble, if no one heard that.
Of 2 second and 8 at the 47-yard line. We are experiencing a little bit of camera steadying difficulties. We apologize. We hope you stick with us. To our 36 viewers watching, hello. Thank you for spending part of your evening with us here on the North Star Network. Looks like it's going to be an end around, and the play is blown dead. Timeout, Utica Proctor. CNS was obviously not happy about that.
They're not. We leave this off at the timeout with 2nd and 8, and the ball on Utica Proctor's 47-yard line. I mean, close enough to that 50-yard line.
Yeah, definitely. Drew. It's cooled down a little bit. We have a very nice breeze right now. Currently, the temperature, it is 79. A little bit warmer than these guys are used to. These guys are used to playing in half that temperature in October and November, you know?
You know, one thing I remember about going to those games about 2 years ago, I mean, it feels weird that it was almost 2 years ago. I mean, we were both in 8th grade, but one thing I remember is coming to the stadium, and you almost had to put on 2 sweatshirts and gloves because it was cold here in Cicero, New York. But, I mean, tonight it's nice. It's a little bit dry. It was humid, a little bit more humid earlier in the day, but the entire stadium is now covered in shade, maybe affecting the temperature here. So maybe it won't be as bad for the players out there that are usually used to playing these types of heavy competitive games in colder environments.
Definitely. We have a lot of Cicero-North Syracuse fans here in all of their jerseys. Definitely CNS has shown up. CNS high school students have shown up to this game. He's going to pass. That's deep. Contested. Caught! That is caught at the 17-yard line. Wow. What a play by Utica Proctor. They needed that, Drew.
They did. They did need that play. I mean, they had to run a passing play like that eventually if they wanted to gain yardage. That was done by DeMonte Cook. He is in 11th grade. He is a junior for the Utica Proctor Raiders. That was an incredible catch and an incredible play by Utica Proctor.
What a play, Drew.
You can see the instant replay on the scoreboard.
Wow, that is what NFL Network analyst Nate Burleson would call some toe drag swag.
It is 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line, 6:22 left in the quarter.
Let's be honest, Nate Burleson sounds a lot cooler saying that than I do. 1st and 10 at the 17. He's going to rush. Oh, gets hit very much. Wow.
That might only be a yardage gain of, again, 2 yards on that rush.
He looks strong, but he hit a wall.
3 yards. 3-yard gain for Utica Proctor Raiders.
Good tackle by Vincenzo Latanzio, number 5, 5'10" senior.
5:55 left in the quarter.
7-0 CNS. 2nd and 7 for Utica Proctor at the 14. They have definitely marched the ball down the field. There has been some doubt, but wow, was that a great last play.
That was an amazing play. That was probably one of the best passing plays I've seen in high school.
Tries to get the tackle at the legs. That is...
I think that's DeMonte Cook. He's the one that caught. I think he's the one that completed the pass there.
DeMonte Cook doing a good job early for the Raiders.
He is on fire so far in this first quarter tonight.
3rd and 7, ball at the 11 for the Raiders.
3rd and 4 for the Utica Proctor Raiders. I mean, they might as well just do what they can even until a 4th down comes up their way. And if they cannot get that 1st down after the 4th down, I mean, it will not really hurt them that much as they are on CNS's 11-yard line, inching closer and closer to that crucial touchdown that they need tonight.
30 yards already for DeMonte Cook in this first half. And
that looks like it fell just short.
That was
DeMonte
Cook again. It'll be 4th and 1 for the
1
Raiders
yard
at the 8. So 4th and 1, I would go for it if I was Utica Proctor, Drew. I know you want the points, but you got to take that risk.
I mean, they've been great at, I mean, I don't think there's really been, there's only been about 2 unsuccessful rushes by Utica Proctor today. I mean, the odds that they get this 1-yard rush for that 1st and goal is highly likely tonight.
CNS sideline is hyping their fellow teammates up. It's good to see, Drew.
It is extremely good to see. The student section is on their feet. You know, a jersey I've seen a lot tonight is an Aaron Judge Yankees jersey.
Looks like that. Utica Proctor using their 2nd timeout. They have 1 timeout left with 4:11 left in the first quarter.
7-0 CNS. Once again, 4th and 1 with the ball on the 8th-yard line for CNS. In Utica Proctor's possession, if that confused anyone.
Welcome back, everyone. We needed a little water break. Everyone needs a water break, right, Drew?
Especially when we're talking as much as we are.
I don't think I've talked this much for this long in a long time.
Me neither. Timeout is still continuing. It looks like they're going to go get back to this play.
Looks like Utica Proctor just broke their huddle. Utica Proctor is in white jerseys with black pants, and CNS is in their blackout jerseys. Definitely a popular jersey among students.
They are very popular. You know, they remind me of the New York Mets black jerseys, which I think are the greatest alternate jerseys to use in Major League Baseball. But back to football here.
I agree with that. Nice blue star on the black helmets. 4th and 1, defense chant on the sideline. Looks like a QB sneak at the 5 or 6 yard line. I think that might be a 1st down.
That might be 1st and goal.
Brandon Peterson, number 1, the quarterback on the carry. Brandon Peterson is a senior from Utica Proctor. And it is a 1st down, 1st and goal at the 5 yard line for Utica Proctor.
I mean, they could just rush all their 3 or 4 plays that they want to do to get this touchdown here, or they could just make 1 complete pass into the end zone like they did to DeMonte Cook earlier in the quarter.
Rushes, end zone.
Looks like there's little to no gain on that play.
2nd and goal, still at the 5. No gain, stopped by number 13, Gerard Hills, the 6'5" senior. Gerard Hills has been great on defense all season for the North Stars. 2nd and goal from the 5 with 3:32 left to go here in the first quarter.
You can see the North Stars marching band warming up in the practice field right behind this turf. I mean, it looks like we're going to have a great show at halftime tonight.
Excited to see them. Their home show is tomorrow, Starburst Festival.
$9 for tickets.
Starts at 5:30. Looks like no gain again, probably. Trishawn Patterson.
Regardless of whatever gain it was, whether they gained yardage or not, I mean, it's still a 3rd down for Utica Proctor, and they are getting themselves into a deeper and deeper hole here as they got to the 3rd and goal. But can they finish it off? Can they cap it off? I mean, CNS's linemen have been doing a great job keeping Utica Proctor from getting even close to the end zone. I mean, if they continue this, we may not see a Utica Proctor touchdown, which would be great for CNS in this quarter.
Yeah. Hands it off. Stumbles. Looks like he's down at the 5, and it is 4th down, Utica Proctor.
Looks like 4th and goal. No gain again. I mean, we have run 3. Utica Proctor has run 3 plays so far with when we get to the when they've gotten close to the end zone here, and I mean they have not gained any yardage so far yet. I mean this just spells trouble for Utica Proctor.
This is a long drive for Utica Proctor. CNS defense is probably getting tired, wearing out this North Star defense. Looks like we have Jackson Razmovsky practicing his passes on the sideline. He has been their good passing quarterback, had an amazing play at the Carrier Dome and some good plays last week at Nottingham. Looks like it is another timeout.
Utica Proctor has used up their last timeout. They used up all 3 timeouts on this one drive.
CNS is 1-1 on the season. Their one win came in Class A play last week, a 37-8 win over Nottingham. Their one loss came to Clifton High School from New Jersey at the Carrier Dome 2 weeks ago on September 3rd. Utica Proctor is 1-0 this season, and that 1-0 record is in both regular season and Class A play. That win came last week at home, a 20-14 win over Corcoran, their first game in over 2 years. Man, Drew, if I was on Utica Proctor, it must have felt good to play again.
Sure has. I mean, taking a year off of whatever sport you play is extremely tough. I mean, I was grateful with my sport of hockey. We only took a few months off. We took off, I mean, the end of March all the way to, I mean, September is when we started our season. But, I mean, hockey started up just a few months after. But to not play football for almost a year and a half, 2 years, that's hard.
Football season went from March to April last season. Looks like they're going to pass it. That's Peterson. Pressure, end zone. Caught!
No,
Dropped,
it's not.
Dropped. Wow, what a play. Xavier McLean dropped it for Utica Proctor, and CNS will take over at the 5-yard line.
CNS saved themselves with that play. I mean, it almost seemed that it was a shoo-in for Utica Proctor to get that touchdown when they got to 1st and goal. But, I mean, they did not make any yardage gains on the rushes that they made, and it was dropped in the end zone, and eventually it's now still 7-0 CNS.
Yeah. CNS will take over at the 5-yard line.
1st and 10.
Looks like we have Razmovsky for CNS. Yep, it is Razmovsky. Hands it off to Ballard. That is about a 3 to 5 yard gain, Drew. Good rush by Ballard. Ballard had the touchdown. And we're back. 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line. Razmovsky takes the snap, hands it to Ballard. He's down at about the 13-yard line. Good rush, Drew.
That was a great rush.
3rd and 6 with the time running out. Third down, 3rd and 3 at the 12-yard line. We apologize for the extra noise. Some Cicero-North Syracuse fans are getting to their seats. 20 seconds left. That could be a 1st down. Ballard! He is still going.
A nice rush by Ballard. I mean, he might be at the 29, 28-yard line here with 13
what a
seconds to go.
13 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Wow, this 1st quarter flew by, Drew.
It really did flow by.
And we're going to, looks like the final seconds will run off. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be with you at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Welcome back to the North Star Network alongside Drew Matiasek. I'm Johnny Lisi.
And I'm Drew Matiasek. I mean, that was a great quarter for CNS, not only offensively, but primarily defensively. I mean, with Andrew Vanette's recovery around Proctor's 10-yard line to get that touchdown. I mean, with CNS holding off Utica Proctor until 4th down up by their end zone. I mean, that was just amazing defense by Cicero-North Syracuse.
That is what NFL Network would call a game-changing play. You need a lot of those to win a game. And according to Hunter, our stats person, Jamar Ballard, running back for Cicero-North Syracuse, already has 41 yards throughout one quarter. Looks like Razmovsky is back under center for the North Stars.
In the round 2 plays that Razmovsky handled in the Carrier Dome game, he went.
Razmovsky, Ellis, that is caught at the 50. He is open. Can he get it? 20, 10, end zone, touchdown, North Stars.
He is a speedy
Ellis.
guy, Mason
Jackson
Ellis.
Razmovsky to Mason Ellis. What a play.
He is an amazing wide receiver for Cicero-North Syracuse. One play, it took Cicero-North Syracuse. It took 2 plays for 2 touchdowns for CNS. It is 13-0. CNS here with 11:42 left in the second quarter.
I'm already starting to lose my voice, Drew. Those are some exciting plays.
I bet they are. Looks like CNS is lining up for the field goal attempt.
Mason Ellis, who just scored that touchdown, number 14, will be the holder. And kicking will be number 11, senior Josh Kubala. Kubala, and that is through the uprights, and good. 14-0 North Stars. What a play.
That is amazing. I mean, it took a majority of the first quarter for Utica Proctor just to rush it and make some complete passes to get it close to the end zone here at Michael J. Bragman. But CNS has run 2 plays, and both of them have been successful touchdowns here. 14-0 with 11:42, and what was expected to be such a tight game is looking like it's heavily going in favor of CNS so far.
North Stars are excited about that. While we wait, we're going to give you a quick look in at the Section 3 Class AA standings. The Baldwinsville Bees are 2-0 and at the top of the conference. Utica Proctor is second, 16th in state. Cicero-North Syracuse is tied for second. 8th in state, 1-1, 1-0 in conference. Liverpool, who also played at that Carrier Dome opener, 1-1, 1-0 in conference. And then we have 4 teams tied for 3rd place: Corcoran, Henniger, Nottingham, and Rome Free Academy.
You know, on the scoreboard, it seemed as if the Carrier Dome game for CNS was just an absolute blowout, but on the field, it was competitive. It was an extremely competitive game. I mean, the scoreboard can dictate what happened, I mean, score-wise. I mean, that's how you win games.
Kubala.
But, I mean, when you look at the field play, I mean, that was one of the most competitive high school games I've seen.
Gets it at the 10, 30, stumbles a little bit at the 30. He's going along the edge, 40, down around the 50. Great return for number 2 for the Raiders, Trayshawn Patterson. What a rush. We'd seen Utica Proctor struggle a little bit on kick returns, but Drew, they looked to shake that off on that last play.
They did. They looked like they wanted something from that play.
They get the ball at the North Star, 47. 1st and 10. 14-0 with 11:32 left to go in the second quarter. We see Brandon Peterson, number 1 for the Raiders, under center. Hands it off. That's along the edge. Tackled. What a play. That was number 36 for the North Stars, Marcus Reed.
You know, as this game goes on, you can just see more and more people coming into the stadium and just being here for the game. I mean, you can just see more and more people coming through, sitting down, being fans of this sport, being fans of the team, supporting the North Stars. I mean, it is a great first real home game back here at Michael J. Bragman.
Hey, it's great to see some Cicero-North Syracuse High School fans here.
It is. I mean,
No
and there's some
game.
amazing jerseys out there, too.
I'm seeing some Cicero-North Syracuse actual sports jersey. I see and that's a good rush. That looks like it'll be a gain of probably 5 or 6. I see a North Carolina Michael Jordan jersey right in front of us.
I can see, once again, I can see a lot of Aaron Judge jerseys. I saw a Mike Trout jersey down there, too. A
Yes.
Nice red Angels Mike Trout jersey.
Hey, got some Angels fans in the building here, Drew.
Yeah.
3rd and 1 at the 38 for Utica Proctor. 14-0 CNS with 10:22 left to go in the first half. Some fans starting to move around here at the stadium. It's 3rd down for the North Stars. Looks like he passes. That is caught by DeMonte Cook. If he's hot, keep giving it to him.
That was a hard hit around the 35-yard line. Proctor's, or no, CNS's 35-yard line.
First down
My bad.
at the 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 34-yard line. You can hear the North Stars marching band warming up. Their show, Pandora's Box, will be performed at halftime. They'll be competing against some local schools, West Genesee, Baldwinsville, Liverpool, and Jordan Elbridge tomorrow at Starburst and the national class. That is a quarterback keeper by Peterson. Looks like maybe a gain of 1 or 2, but probably no gain on the play. The stop by Gerard Hill, 2nd and 7 for the Raiders.
If we take a look at CNS's schedule, we can see that their next game will be held in Baldwinsville at Baker Stadium from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is going to be another competitive matchup between the North Stars and the Bees, who are their rivals.
The Bees are at the top of the Class AA standings, but were not ranked in this week's state polls. 2nd and 8 for Utica Proctor at the 32-yard line. Good rushing play. Stopped at about the stopped after gain of 4 on the play for Utica Proctor. 3rd and 5 at the 29-yard line. Defense chant is starting on the CNS sideline. 3rd and 5. Peterson takes a snap. Looks like he's going to throw. Fires across the middle. Almost intercepted. Missed it by a few inches, Drew.
That was incredible.
It'll be 4th and 5 at the 29-yard line for Utica Proctor. Would you kick it here, Drew, just to get some points on the Would you kick it just to get some points on the scoreboard, or would you go for it?
I mean, if I was Utica Proctor, I would just want to get some points on the board right now. I mean, it is a 14-0 game, 8:07 left in the second quarter. I mean, Utica Proctor has to make some moves here, and if it means making a kick, that means Utica Proctor has to get this field goal.
We apologize. We're having some tripod difficulties at the moment. Good pass play. Looks like could be a first down for Utica Proctor.
Well, you know where there's the tripod difficulties, that's really where the play-by-play and what we're doing comes in handy for the viewers at home.
Yes, definitely. That was a gain of 9 for Utica Proctor. 1st and 10 at the North Stars 20-yard line. Good catch, stop by Carlton Garnes for Cicero-North Syracuse. End around 20, stop.
Oh, and a flag is down on the play.
I hate to say it, but I think that is a penalty on CNS. That looked like a stop by Vincenzo Latanzio.
Flag on the play with 7:38 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 with the ball on the CNS's 20-yard line for Utica Proctor.
Holding on Utica Proctor. Not what we had expected, but that is a holding penalty on Utica Proctor. Oh, excuse me. I'm being told that was face mask. Sorry, excuse me, face mask penalty.
How much of a penalty is that?
We're waiting word. That is a 12-yard penalty for Utica Proctor. It is 1st and 22.
Now on CNS's 32-yard line, 12-yard gain for CNS, 12-yard loss for Utica Proctor.
After a big play for Utica Proctor, that's the last thing they wanted to see.
It looks like CNS is taking a timeout.
Yep, timeout for the North Stars.
I mean, that would make sense considering Utica Proctor has used up all of their timeouts. CNS has really utilized their timeouts here and saved them until the end of this quarter, midway through this quarter, 7:31 left in the quarter.
As you said earlier, Drew, CNS plays next Friday at Baldwinsville. Utica Proctor will travel to Rome to play Rome Free Academy next Friday.
And if you're wondering when CNS's homecoming game is, it is not next Friday, it's not the Friday after that, but it is Thursday, September 30th. They are facing Henniger here at CNS's own Michael J. Bragman Stadium at 6. Oh,
6:30.
no, 6:30. My apologies, 6:30. It is a league game.
A big shout out to our camera person, Aaron Tarquinio, for doing such a great job with all the technical difficulties we've had. Thank you to Aaron.
If you're wondering when the sectional final will be, that will be held November 13th, a Saturday.
At the Carrier Dome.
At the Carrier Dome. Let's hope that CNS can start the season off at the Carrier Dome.
And finish their season at the Carrier Dome with a Section 3 title.
Let's hope they finish it out on a high note. That's all we can hope for here.
The seats are definitely full. The stands in front of us are pretty much, there is no room. So we are excited to see such a full crowd. He passes it, going deep.
Oh, and it was
picked off by the North Stars.
Almost intercepted there. That is the second passing play that was almost intercepted by the North Stars. Utica Proctor might want to rethink what they want to do out here against the North Stars because their defense is not playing around tonight. They are not playing.
I agree, Drew. 2nd and 22 at the 32. $14-0 North Stars with 7:25 left to go in the second quarter.
Still 2nd and 22 for Utica Proctor. No yardage gain whatsoever. I mean,
Peterson takes a snap, looks to pass, throws it, batted down by CNS. That'll be 3rd down for the Raiders.
Another incomplete pass. They now have to go 22 yards to get that 1st down again. I mean, but they can't rush the ball either because with their rushes tonight, I mean, CNS's linemen have been just so great tonight that they have made almost no progress with their rushes tonight. So it seems they almost have to run a passing play.
Only 5 completions for the quarterback, Brandon Peterson, the senior quarterback for Utica Proctor.
One second.
Third down. Peterson looks to pass under pressure. He's rushing. He is sacked. He's brought down. It looks like the 36-yard line.
So that would be a 4-yard gain for Utica Proctor.
4th and 27 at the 30-yard line. That was a loss of 5 for the Raiders on that last play. Vinny Pizzo with the stop for Cicero-North Syracuse.
And you can see the marching band making their way around the outside of that track, getting ready. It looks like their props are really nice. I'm really excited for this halftime show, Johnny.
CNS definitely has some of the best parent prop builders for all of their marching band shows. They have been notorious for that over the years.
And they also have the greatest marching band, arguably, in the state.
Yes, they do. Sacked, brought down, that is loose. The ball is loose. And the play is whistled dead. The North Stars will get the ball at the 30-yard line. Drew, that was a big play for CNS.
That was a major play for CNS. Utica Proctor has not been able to do much tonight. CNS has just been dominating them. It seems as if CNS does want this game more tonight. It seems Coach Klein was doing a good job of what he said to us in his pregame talk.
Hey, Coach Klein said that his boys were ready to play, and Drew, looks like they came ready to play.
It does. It seems like he also said they needed to be dialed in to win this game. And again, it does seem as if CNS is dialed in for this game. They are ready to go. They are ready to play football, and they are ready to go 2-0 in the section.
Yes, they are. First and 10. Under pressure, that is Razmovsky. Wide open territory at the 50, and he is brought down, and it looks like the North Stars 47-yard line.
So it does look like Razmovsky was put in the game.
Good scramble. First down, North Stars. First and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Big play for the North Stars to start off.
They've just been dominating with these major plays, something Utica Proctor cannot do tonight. I mean, they cannot make these cross-field plays. I mean, they made one, but that's it. Every other one has been an incomplete pass.
Some chants are starting in the senior section. We got an Aaron Judge jersey in front of us now.
Aaron Judge.
Deep pass in front of him.
Incomplete.
He was at the 27-yard line, but that pass dropped at about the 24-yard line, just about 3 yards behind. A little too slow.
.548 left in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for the North Stars at the 48-yard line.
14-0 Cicero-North Syracuse with 5:48 left in the half.
As CNS, it looks like.
And looks like we have an injury for Utica Proctor.
This is just something you do not want to see in sports.
No, you never like to see it. You hope he's okay. Whole Utica Proctor defense is huddled around him. You just got to hope he's okay. That is number 24 for the Raiders. Number 24, Ademi Mitchell. He is a junior. Looks like he's walking off under his own power. We hope he's okay, Drew. He looks good.
It's good that he looks good. I mean, injuries are just the worst part of sports. I mean, they're part of the game, but they are the worst parts of sports. I mean, you just hate to see it.
It's part of the game, but as you said, you hate to see someone get hurt.
Yeah.
CNS comes back on the field. Razmovsky. Jackson Razmovsky, the quarterback for CNS, a 5'11" sophomore.
You know, CNS has just been doing a great job with what they've been given by Proctor's defense tonight. That it's unpredictable whether they're going to run a passing or a rushing play. I mean, a few games ago against Nottingham, you would have said.
Bartlett looks to move ahead maybe 3 yards, but he was stopped early, pushed ahead for maybe an extra 2 yards.
I mean, in the Nottingham game, you would have said Jackson Razmovsky is used for passing and Anthony Testa is used for rushing.
Yeah.
But I mean, in this game, it's so unpredictable. I mean, they're using what Utica Proctor is giving them. They're taking advantage of the situations, and that's what's winning them this football game right
Third
here.
and 8 for CNS at the 46-yard line. Jackson Razmovsky's older brother, JJ, was the quarterback for CNS when they made it to the Dome game 2 years ago against Utica Proctor. So looks like quarterbacking for the North Stars runs in the Razmovsky family. Josh Kubala, number 11, in motion. Razmovsky takes the snap, fires deep, caught Mason Ellis again. He's going. Stopped at about the 20-yard line, a nasty hit by number 52 for the Raiders. Number 52, Leonardo Checo.
Mason Ellis has been on fire tonight. He was on fire in the Carrier Dome game, and he was on fire in every game so far this year. He is arguably one of CNS's greatest wide receivers.
I definitely got to agree with you there, Drew. Mason Ellis already has 2 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. So, wow, he is on fire.
You know, the people that I interviewed that came all the way to CNS from Beeville were hoping for passing, and that's exactly what they're getting from CNS tonight.
I agree. Looks like there is a flag down. Delay game on CNS. That'll be a 1st and 15 at the 25-yard line for Cicero-North Syracuse. North Stars lined up 1st and 15 at the 25-yard line. Jackson Razmovsky. Kubala in motion again. Rush by Ballard. 10. Touchdown North Stars. Jamar Ballard's 2nd touchdown of the game.
20-0 North Stars against Utica Proctor. We thought this game was going to be tight, but it is going in the North Stars direction. This is going great for the North Stars tonight. They are on fire in this game tonight.
Yes, they are. 2nd touchdown of the game for Ballard. And the senior section is starting to chant, "We want Beeville."
That is probably in connection to them, CNS playing Beeville at Beeville.
Kubala takes the snap through the uprights. A beautiful kick. 21. Oh, no good. I am mistaken. We have an odd view from here. 20-0 CNS. We'll be right back after this. Looks like Aaron is trying to get a shot of us. Hello, everyone. Hello, viewers at home. Thank you for tuning in with us. It is 20-0 CNS over the Utica Proctor Raiders with 4:49 left to go. Excited to be with Drew. Our first broadcast here at Cicero-North Syracuse. Our crew is all underclassmen.
We are located right behind the student section. I mean, you can just see, Aaron, turn the camera, you can just see the amount of jerseys that are here in the stadium tonight. I mean, you've got a whole array of everybody in the stadium.
Yes, we do. We are not wearing jerseys, though.
We are dressed up for this event.
Yes, we are.
4:49 left in the second quarter.
You know, Drew, I bet Coach Klein, he said that he would rotate with the quarterbacks, but I think that you would stick with Razmovsky again. Yes, Ballard's hot. You want to keep handing it to Ballard, but Razmovsky has looked sharp with his passes.
He has been nice tonight. A majority of his plays have been because of Razmovsky on QB. I mean, we are not saying anything about anyone,
Kick
but
to about the
I mean,
5-yard
Razmovsky has
line.
just been on fire back there on QB tonight.
Brings it to about the 27-yard line. Utica Proctor will take the ball at the 25-yard line, 28-yard line. We're going off of what they said on the scoreboard, and then we're just updating it.
I mean, the question is Utica Proctor just going to try and chuck the ball and just complete a pass down the field like they did earlier in the first quarter? Or are they going to just do small incremental rushes here? I mean, they have 4:41 left in the quarter.
You can do whatever you want in this 4:41, Drew, if you're the North Stars. Gerard Hill's chasing, caught at the 20.
And it looks like there's going to be a loss of yardage for Utica Proctor on that play.
Looks like about a 5-yard loss for the Raiders. Good job by Gerard Hills to chase the quarterback. That is what CNS needs to keep doing. Consistency on defense. Ball is at the 23-yard line, so it is a 5-yard loss for Utica Proctor. 2nd and 15 at the 23-yard line.
I mean, now to make up for this, I mean, they might want to run a passing play, but at the same time, CNS's defense has been all over them when they try to pass the ball here.
Good rushing play, gets to about the 30-yard line, and a flag is down by our referee. gain of 5 on the play for Utica Proctor. 3rd and 10.
3:49 left in the second quarter. I mean, we are getting closer and closer to halftime. The marching band is now making their way near the turf, near this synthetic track that we have, an amazing track for our amazing track team that we have here at CNS.
That was a holding penalty. That was a holding penalty. We're seeing if it is on the defense or offense. 2nd down. 2nd and long, so it looks like the holding penalty was on Utica Proctor from the 13-yard line. Rush play makes his way to about the 20-yard line.
Number 7, Henderson on the carry. Number 51, on the stop.
3rd and 18 for Utica Proctor at the North Star 20-yard line.
Second quarter. 3rd and 18 for the Raiders.
3rd and 18 with about 3 minutes left to go, Drew. 20-0 CNS over Proctor. CNS has looked good and sharp in this first quarter. They're looking for another blowout win like they had at Nottingham last week.
I mean, that would just be another league win. I mean, you can see CNS is on the sidelines just trying to hype up this crowd, hype up the cheerleaders.
That
because
is number 55, Devin Pisa, senior offensive and defensive lineman, with the hype up. He looks hyped, Drew. He looks excited that his team is beating this very good Utica Proctor team 20-0, and what we expected to be a battle.
looks like Utica Proctor is going to punt this. And then the
Timeout,
North Stars.
Cicero-North Syracuse, 4th and 14 at the 24-yard line. We have the sun is starting to set. The lights are starting to kick on.
You know, night games are the best games.
Yes, they are. We have a nice full moon pretty much directly over the scoreboard. You couldn't place it any better.
That is a beautiful view.
2:32 left here in the first half. 20-0, Cicero-North Syracuse over the Utica Proctor Raiders.
Jamar Ballard looks like he has the most rushing yards of the
63.
game.
Razmovsky, the quarterback, has 17 rushing touchdowns. And for Utica Proctor, their leading rusher is their quarterback, number 1, Brandon Patterson, the senior, with 23 rushing yards and 8 carries. Who would your player of the first half be, Drew?
Honestly, I think it might be Mason Ellis.
Mason Ellis has looked sharp for the North Stars. And odd snap, good kick. Caught at about the 40-yard line for the North Stars. That is Mason Ellis along the sideline. He's
Again.
out at about the 26-yard line. Drew, you couldn't have said that at a better time.
I couldn't have. I mean, that is the definition of the player of the quarter and the player of the half. Number 14, Mason Ellis.
Playmakers always making plays.
He has rushed 106 yards in this game tonight. It looks like it's going to go up from that punt.
1st and 10 for the North Stars at the Utica Proctor 28-yard line. We see Jackson Razmovsky come back on as quarterback for the North Stars.
It's just become so unpredictable in this game because CNS has just been so strategically smart in this game. You don't know what play they're going to run, but it looks like Razmovsky was lining up for a pass,
scrambles,
rushing it.
Passes along the sideline. Ellis catches it! Catches it at the 7-yard line. What a sliding play. I would say that he is safe, Drew.
I would say that he is more than safe here tonight.
1st and goal at the 7 for the North Stars. What a play. Like I said earlier, Drew, playmakers making plays.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Razmovsky, that throw, I didn't think he could complete it. I thought he was going to toss it along the sideline, take the loss. But that was a great, smart play for only a sophomore. Normally, you don't see sophomores in high school make that type of plays.
Mason Ellis is just a different type of player.
Razmovsky takes the snap, hands it off to Ballard. Down at about the 2-yard line, Ballard wanted his 3rd touchdown of the half.
2 minutes left in this quarter. 20-0 CNS over the Utica Proctor Raiders. It is 2nd and goal here tonight. The ball is on the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. 90 seconds left. Looks like they're going to do a quarterback sneak. Razmowski in for the touchdown, but flags. Good rush. Looks like a good quarterback sneak, but we don't know who the flag is on, Drew.
If it's on CNS, this reminds me of the Giants football team. Again, not the Giants football team, but it's the New York Giants versus the Washington football team after they had to rename themselves from the Redskins. I mean, the Giants had a touchdown last night, but there's a flag called on them.
It is ruled a touchdown, North Stars, and another touchdown for the North Stars. They just keep piling it on. It is the 3rd time. This is the 4th time, actually, excuse me, that we have heard that goal horn, and every time it sounds better to these fans. Looks like the ref says that there's a penalty on the North Stars for spiking the ball in the end zone. I just caught the tail end of that play. Looks like Razmowski spiked it in celebration, but you cannot do that in high school, Drew.
That is a shame. But at least it did not cost CNS their touchdown. And it looks like I don't have to continue with my story about the Giants game last night because it is not applicable here, which is great for CNS because I did not want them to have that to happen to them here because they are just doing so well offensively and defensively up and down the field tonight.
Neither did I. We have Josh Kubala, the senior, to kick the extra point with Mason Ellis, the playmaker, holding.
He's just been great with his field goal his field goal attempts and his punts tonight.
The kick is good. It is 27-0 North Stars with exactly 1:30 left to go in the half.
And again, he is just on fire with his kicks and punts tonight. 1:30 left in the 2nd quarter. We are approaching halftime very, very quickly here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium.
Yes, we are, Drew. Feels like a party up here. I've been having some fun.
I have too. I mean, there's so many people in front of us, to the right of us, to the left of us. It does not seem just like a football game because football in high school is just more than a game.
Yes, it is, Drew. It is a party here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium, and we're having some fun in the booth tonight.
Oh, we are. And, I mean, for the players, too, just to have the excitement of the fans in the stands, this packed house, this packed crowd of friends, family, and just students. The first time Michael J. Bragman has been filled like this in almost 2 years, since around October of 2019. I mean, this is just incredible to see, and this might be the first time for many of these people to be in a stadium like this since the pandemic.
Yes, it is. Good crowd on the visitor side for Utica Proctor. Some people trickled in throughout those seats. It's nice they made the about 40-minute journey from Utica.
I assume that it's mainly parents rooting for their children on Utica Proctor.
Looks like he fumbles the kick and is down at about the Utica Proctor 35.
Kubala's kick taken by number 20, Joseph DePaul. 1st and 10 Raiders. Fans, once again, concession stand is open tonight. Concession stand is located behind the main grandstand.
1:29 left in the first half. 27-0 Cicero-North Syracuse. What a first half for CNS, Drew. They have just poured it on. They have looked good offensively and just as good defensively, if not better.
Looks like CNS will probably exceed that 35.2 point average against Utica Proctor tonight. It's 27-0 with 1:20 left in the 2nd quarter. I mean, they are just on fire up and down the field tonight.
Yes, they are. Trayshawn Patterson taken down at the 36-yard line for no gain.
No gain on the play.
That is Trayshawn Patterson's 5th carry of the game. He has 10 rushing yards. The clock is ticking down. We have about 54 seconds left here in this first half. We'll have the camera on the marching band for halftime, and we'll take a short break, and we'll see you after halftime. Good rush to the 45-yard line. Just about, yeah, looks like just about the 45-yard line, 44. Looks like Utica Proctor finally broke through that Cicero-North Syracuse defensive line. Am I right, Drew?
You are absolutely right there. 25 seconds left in the quarter. The marching band, you can tell they just want to run right out there once this buzzer goes off.
Yes, they do. Clock is ticking down, 3rd and 3 at the Utica Proctor 44. 10 seconds. I think they might just run out the clock. I don't know if they're going to try to get one more play, but they only have 6 seconds to do it. 3, 2, 1. Time expires, but they snap it right before. Peterson scrambles in the pocket. That is a first down to about the Cicero-North Syracuse 40. I think Utica Proctor needed that going into the locker room with a 27-point deficit.
They absolutely did. What a first half. What a second quarter. What a first quarter, Johnny. That was a pleasure to do that just in the first half.
We'll have the camera on the marching band, but we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for watching. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. The North Stars are taking the field here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. We have a few points we want to go over before the second half starts. Mason Ellis, Drew, has been a key player for this North Stars team.
He has been amazing out there. Let's see how many rushing yards he has. Oh, we got to go to the CNS page.
Yes, we do.
Looks like he has 136.
136 yards and a touchdown. That is a great game.
That is an amazing game. He is arguably the player of the game already, and the second half hasn't even started yet.
You're right about that. And then also the Razmovsky and Testa situation. It looks like they have primarily gone with Jackson Razmovsky, and that has been a good decision for the North Stars because he has had some good passes and has matured as a quarterback.
He is amazing back there on QB. I mean, CNS is just taking advantage of every situation that the defense on Proctor is giving them. I mean, they're utilizing Raz for touchdowns, for completed passes,
Yeah.
but they're utilizing Testa for mainly rushes, quick rushes to get past Proctor's D, and that's what wins football games right there. Is CNS's smart, strategic plays out there on offense, and not only that, but on defense, they almost intercepted. I could have counted about 3 plays and incomplete passes from Proctor out there in that second and first quarter.
CNS defense has looked good, and on Utica Proctor, one of their bright spots in the first quarter was DeMonte Cook. He had some very good catches. He had that huge sideline catch earlier in the first quarter for Utica Proctor. They need to keep passing it to him or keep doing jet sweeps with him because he looked good in that first quarter.
He looked amazing in that first quarter. I mean, I think he's arguably one of the better receiving players on Utica Proctor. I mean, he's making catches. He made that, again, like what you said, that huge catch in the first quarter at the 15-yard line. I mean, Proctor did not have any yardage gain in that play when they got to around first and goal. I mean, those 5 yards before the end zone. But,
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, I mean, it's been CNS's game.
It has been CNS's night here. And like we said, like we brought up earlier in the broadcast, CNS's offense has shined against Utica Proctor in their last 5 games dating back to 2016. 176 total points. They have added to that significantly tonight, and they have averaged 35.2 points per game against Utica Proctor over the past 5 years. They are looking to nearly surpass that with more points in this second half.
That average is going to go up, and it's going to go up a lot tonight if CNS keeps playing like they did. They could get a lot of points tonight, and you know what? I mean, it might get to the point tonight where they dominate Proctor so much, you might see players in there that usually do not play, giving them a chance, giving them their chance to shine, which every player deserves in sports.
Yes, last year, Drew, the North Stars in 4 games, 3 of those games were shutouts. They only allowed 6 points last year. So their defense is looking back to how they looked last year. They only allowed 8 points at Nottingham last week and 32 against Clifton. That was their one exception, but otherwise they have looked good.
Remember, the Carrier Dome game was a non-league game, meaning it did not affect their standings in the league. It did not affect their chances of going back to the Carrier Dome in November. My apologies. That was purely an exhibition game between the team from New Jersey, Clifton, and the Cicero-North Syracuse North Stars, which on the scoreboard it might have seemed like a blowout, like I said earlier in the game. But when you were watching the plays on the field, CNS was still dominating with some of their defense and offense out there.
Those guys played hard. We'll be back in about 30 seconds back here on the North Star Network. Welcome back to the North Star Network alongside Drew Matiasik. I'm Johnny Lisi. We're just about to kick off the second half. Cicero-North Syracuse will receive the kick from the Utica Proctor Raiders. We are excited and looking forward to the second half to see this North Stars offense again, looking to add another 7 points, Drew.
I mean, 27-0, and we're only starting the first half. That is incredible for the North Stars tonight.
And allowing 0 points because we expected this to be a battle, and we expected it to be a lot closer than it already was. So I think this is a shocker to some people who expected this to be a close game.
I mean, we thought this would be the closest game of the year besides their game in Beeville
Squib
next
kick,
week.
catches it. That is number 5 for the North Stars. That is Vincenzo Latanzio, 5'10" senior. That was a good squib kick, but even better catch by Latanzio.
That was an amazing catch. That reminded me a lot of Ellis's catch, that sliding catch.
Well, I guess he's safe again. We don't need to go to the umpires for that review.
We don't need that instant replay.
1st and 10 at the North Stars 46-yard line.
Once again, all students must remain in the student section, and all pregnant other must remain with their parents or guardian.
Cicero-North Syracuse students and fans filing back into their seats after halftime. A great and amazing show by the Cicero-North Syracuse marching band with their show Pandora's Box. Testa breaks free, breaks multiple tackles, is now at the other side of the 50 on the Proctor 45-yard line. Like we said, Drew, in our second half preview, they were using Testa for runs. That is what they did. That is a great choice of quarterbacks on that play for Coach Klein, Drew. 2nd and 1, good rush by Testa. He broke a few tackles. That looked like it was almost going to be a play for loss, but turned it into a 9-yard play. Good play by the senior.
When we talked to Coach Klein before the game, I mean, he said that he was just going to do it by ear, see who was going to play, which QB was going to play, whether it was Raz or Testa. And, I mean, he really is playing it by ear, playing it by play, and that is just the intelligence of Coach Klein at it once again.
Yes, it is. And that is a 1st down for the North Stars, a handoff play. Looks like they're playing Testa now at quarterback. They played a lot of Jackson Razmovsky, and Jackson Razmovsky looked very sharp with his passing plays.
He looked extremely sharp out there. He looked like he was dialed in, like Coach Klein said. He wanted the team to be dialed in. Razmovsky is the definition of being dialed in this football game.
Yes, he is, Drew. It'll be Testa under center, Kubala in motion. Razmovsky hands it off to Ballard. He's going to take it to about the 32-yard line. Good rush. Good job by the North Stars offensive line to give him a little bit of a hole. That was a good rush by Ballard, Drew.
That was an amazing rush.
We're seeing it on the instant replay. Good block around the 40-yard line.
You know, when I talked to one of the fans in the stands, his name was Julian Biondi. He's one of the people from Baldwinsville that came out to watch the game tonight. He said he was extremely excited to see these two great Section 3 teams battle it out. He is a huge football fan. He is sitting there with his Steelers jersey and his Steelers hat on right now, and he is excited to see this intense football game. I mean, people from all over the area are coming to see Proctor versus CNS.
Yes, they are. 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Timeout for the North Stars. 2nd and 3 at their own 33-yard at the Proctor 33-yard line. Excuse me. 27-0 North Stars. 9:50 left to go in this 3rd quarter. North Stars trot back on the field after their timeout. They have 2 timeouts left in this half. Proctor has 3. They haven't taken any timeouts in this half yet. Looks like Testa's on the field as quarterback for the North Stars.
Kubala with some movement.
Testa hands it off to Ballard. Ballard with the spin move, but gets immediately caught I think that would either be no gain or maybe a loss of 1 or 2, Drew.
I think that might be a little bit of loss for the North Stars, sadly.
Good spin move, but met immediately by that Utica Proctor defense.
Yeah, that was some great defense by Utica Proctor right there.
3rd and 3, no gain on the play. 3rd and 3 for the North Stars at the Proctor 33-yard line. Still Testa under center. Testa looks like he's going to rush it along the edge. 30, 20, 10, end zone, touchdown, North Star.
What a rush by Anthony Testa there. A touchdown for the quarterback, Anthony Testa. That was amazing. He saw the play, he read the play, and he rushed it into the end zone for a touchdown. Another CNS touchdown, 33-0 North Stars, 9:03 left in the 3rd quarter.
Great, smart play by Testa. Avoided the tackles, ran along the edge by the Utica Proctor sideline, and wow, was that a great rush.
Appears we have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Let's hope it's not against the North Stars. That would be a crushing flag.
Looks like a 10-yard
Repeat
penalty.
3rd down, and that touchdown is coming back for the North Stars, a 10-yard holding penalty. And if you're Anthony Testa or Coach Klein, that's got to hurt.
That has to hurt. I mean, as a quarterback rushing, I mean, how many yards was that? Was that almost 30 yards into a touchdown from a quarterback reading a play like that? That was a smart play. I know that would also make me mad. That happened to me. 1st and down for the North Stars. 9:03 left in the 3rd. Ball at Proctor's 29-yard line.
PA announcer just announced that the CNS boys volleyball team has won this evening. They played over in the CNS main gym just a little bit away from where we were. And there's another flag on the play. Encroachment on the Utica Proctor defense, so that'll be 1st and 5 from the 24-yard line. Wow, 2 flags in a span of less than 30 seconds.
Still a loss of a touchdown from CNS, though, regardless. Is 27-0. Scratch the 33-0. That football, or that touchdown was called off.
Testa still under center for the North Stars. Passes out wide. Mason Ellis had a good read at the 20-yard line. He is being taken back. I think they're going to do forward progress on that, Drew. He's at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, about 19-18. I mean, that was a great play by Ellis. That was a great play by Testa, too. I mean, just those little incremental yardage gains are what's going to win CNS the game and what's going to continue to allow them to win this game with 8:49 left in the 3rd.
1st down for the North Stars at the Utica Proctor 19-yard line. 1st down for CNS.
The ball is now at the 19-yard line.
Testa getting back into the huddle for the North Stars.
1st and 10 from the Raider 19-yard line.
Now instead of doing the defense chant, the North Star sideline is chanting offense. Testa, good read down the middle, taken down at about the 18-yard line. Looks like he was tackled and then a body landed on him from Utica Proctor. Good thing to see that he's okay after that.
That did look like a hard hit. It's good to see Anthony Testa just getting right back up after that. It looks like there is there's 2 yards of yardage gain from CNS from that play, from that rush from Anthony Testa, the quarterback.
2nd and 8 for the North Stars at the 17-yard line.
7:57 left in this 3rd quarter here tonight. This game is just flying by, Johnny, and it's flying by because CNS is dominating out on the field today.
Yes, they are. 7:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 27-0 North Stars. Testa looks to pass. Sideline number 3, end zone, touchdown, North
Farouk
Stars.
Ibrahim
That
with
is
the touchdown.
Called Deuce by his friends and teammates. Great touchdown by Deuce. And the CNS North Stars has scored 2 touchdowns on this drive.
Farouk Ibrahim is one of those players that you want to see out on that field tonight. He is one of the CNS North Stars key players, one of their key running backs, too, that caught that completed that pass.
Great catch by Deuce.
Is Kubala going to get that field goal? He is. He's lining up for the kick.
Kubala with number 14, Mason Ellis holding. Kick. No good. It'll be 33-0 North Stars. What a play. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to the North Star Network. We have a great game for you this evening. Cicero-North Syracuse winning 33-0 over the Utica Proctor Raiders. CNS is definitely showing Utica Proctor that they should be ranked number 8th in the state, that it is not just a number, that they are proving that they are 8th in the state, Drew.
I mean, CNS 33-0, 7:39. Kubala's field goal attempt was no good. I think maybe the wind had a little bit to do with that. We're just going to say that. Kubala is a great kicker nonetheless. He has great punter, great kicker. I mean, amazing field goal. He has made almost every attempt tonight. Another star, another player that you should look out for, a keynote player on the North Stars.
Senior kicker, he's 6'3", and he will be a senior, and definitely next year the North Stars will miss him. 1st and 10 at the North Star 33 for Utica Proctor. Peterson runs through, dives to about the 40-41 yard line. Gain of 7 or 8 on the play.
Peterson on the carry, placed out by number 5, Enzo Latanzio.
A good tackle will push out by number 5, Vincenzo Latanzio. That's the 3rd or 4th time we said his name. He's performed well tonight.
He has performed extremely well tonight.
He's one of those underrated players, but he was a spotlight player coming into this 2021 high school football season across Onondaga County. He was named a player to watch by Syracuse.com's Lindsey Kramer at the beginning of the season. Good play, good rush up the middle by Trayshawn Patterson for the Raiders. That is a 1st down for Utica Proctor.
1st and 10, 6:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 40-yard line. Scratch that, it's the 46-yard line. This scoreboard keeps changing. Hang with us here. It may make a mistake here or there.
And that'll move the sticks for the Raiders. Good end around. Oh! Nasty tackle.
That was a nice tackle by Ibrahim, but it looks like there's a flag on the play.
Looks like deuce on that last play. I think that'll move it forward a little bit for Utica Proctor. It is jersey night here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. We've seen a range of jerseys. We have a Derek Carr Las Vegas Raiders jersey in front of us, and one of my favorites, matching Aaron Judge jerseys. 2 girls with matching Aaron Judge jerseys.
And we have a Water Dogs PLL lacrosse jersey coming out in front of us. That's not something you see every day. You know, the PLL is a new league. It's fairly new, but it's taking off here in America, the Professional Lacrosse League. They're not paid much, but they're professional athletes. They're the greatest at the sport in the nation, and it's a rising sport. It's going to be one of the next big sports that people are going to tune into.
Referee just said it was unsportsmanlike conduct on Cicero-North Syracuse's number 3, Farouk Ibrahim, who just scored that touchdown on the last drive. It will be 1st and 10 at the North Star 33-yard line for Utica Proctor. Good shovel pass behind, taken down at just about the 31-yard line, probably a gain of 2 on the play. 6 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. 30-yard line. Utica Proctor taking the snap. Peterson passes. The pass is dropped.
Incomplete. Another incomplete pass from Utica Proctor. I mean, had they just been making these passes, completing these passes, this would be a whole different game. They have to focus on this because that's what's losing them the game. They can make rushes, but they cannot make good rushes. They cannot make big, monumental rushes that can win them the game. And they can't pass it either because they can't catch the passes out here.
No, that was number 7, Jerquel Henderson for Utica Proctor. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore just like us, Drew.
Probably one of the youngest out there, like we are the youngest up here.
Yes, we are. Good rush, good hole down at the 25-yard line. That will be short of the first down marker for the Raiders. It'll be a 4th and 1 at the 24-yard line for Utica Proctor. If I was Utica Proctor, Drew, I would go for it. What do you think?
I would go for it too. I mean, the last time we were in this situation, though, I mean, they did not get that first down, and CNS had recovered it. I mean, this is just, you got to take into consideration how you're going to do this, but also the defense for CNS. I mean, they've been great tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if they stop Utica Proctor here.
I agree with that. Good rush around the edge. He is down. Looks like he's brought down at about the 14-yard line, so that will be a 10-yard gain for a first down for Utica Proctor.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tackle made by number 13, Gerard Hills for the North Stars. Gerard Hills, a 6'5" senior, had a safety and 3 sacks last week in the North Stars win over Nottingham. So Gerard Hills was sharp last week, looking to continue his sharp streak. He's had some key tackles in this game. I know we've said it a bunch, Drew, but it is great to have fans and students back here in the stadium. It's good to hear the buzz of students talking about Cicero-North Syracuse football.
It is amazing, and it's amazing to see this fan with a Chicago Cubs hat on, the greatest baseball team of all time. I'm going to be biased here.
I can tell you're a little biased on that one.
Love that Cubs hat. Probably the greatest apparel being worn in this stadium right now.
Well, that would be overtaken if someone was wearing a Bills jersey. Our stats person, Hunter, said that he has seen a few people with Bills jerseys, but I have not.
I mean, we saw an Aaron Rodgers jersey who, I mean, again, where's the jersey of the greatest team in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers? I mean, just a great night for my teams here. I mean, some great jerseys, some nice jerseys, but I think my favorite so far has got to be that Mike Trout jersey. I love those Red Angels jerseys.
Oh, I do
They
too.
are amazing, but that would only be beat if someone was wearing those black alternate Met jerseys. I mean, those... They are beautiful. They are amazing.
Local team, the Syracuse Mets, copied that and did their black jerseys a few weeks ago.
I would have loved to go at that game. That would have been an amazing game to watch. I mean, it's great to have such nice AAA baseball in this area. I mean, especially with with a great team in the NL East, the New York Mets.
Syracuse Mets are playing the Worcester Red Sox tonight. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the North Stars. Second and 10, no gain on the play, 14. That was a loss of 1 on the play. Ball at the 15-yard line for Utica Proctor. Utica Proctor breaks the huddle with 4 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. It is 33-0. Cicero-North Syracuse is currently beating Utica Proctor.
I mean, it would be amazing for
Good rush up
CNS
the
to
middle.
shut out Utica Proctor tonight, but if they do score this touchdown, if they do advance past here, I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing for CNS. They have a 33-0 lead right now.
I feel like for Utica Proctor, they want that score because they need that confidence. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders here at the North Stars 11-yard line. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 7 at CNS's 11-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be quarterback keeper Peterson. Oh, taken down hard. That looks like maybe a gain of 4 down at the 7-yard line. It will be 4th down, and it'll be 4th down and 4 at the 8-yard line. Another tackle by Vincenzo Latanzio. Looks like he is following the ball wherever it is.
He is just crushing it on CNS's defense tonight.
He's had a few good catches on offense as well, Drew. He's looked sharp tonight.
Very, very sharp.
Utica Proctor's going for it on 4th down. Peterson keeps it tripped up at the 5-yard line, and the ball will go back to Cicero-North Syracuse.
Seems like it's a little wet down there below the 10-yard line. I mean, that's about where every single person on Utica Proctor has tripped and fell, slid, whatever. But regardless, it looked like he was out on that play.
Looks like they're reevaluating it.
We have an
It's
official's timeout.
to check the sticks. We'll be right back in a minute after this official's timeout. Welcome back. We were mistaken. It was actually a 1st down for Utica Proctor. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for Utica Proctor.
I mean, Utica Proctor could rush at the ball tonight. I mean, they've had a few good rushes. 4 yards is not a lot. That could be 1 yard per down.
I feel like their offensive line has been doing good this drive.
They have been. I mean, worst case scenario, too, they could just kick for a field goal and get those 3 points and make it 33-3.
I think Utica Proctor wants the points. That's what I would go for. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line for Utica Proctor.
Looks like there's an injury again. We do not want to see that. That is just something you
No.
don't want to see, you know?
We'll see who it is in just a moment. We hope he's okay.
You know, again, injuries you just do not want to see. Injuries you just do not want to see out there in the game. I mean, hockey and football, I mean, I play hockey, and that's a dangerous sport. I mean, football is just as dangerous out there. I mean, you're seeing injuries out there that you don't want to see happen, and I mean, this is just terrible. I mean, sports without injuries would be the ideal situation.
Yes, it would. Looks like he is really hurt. So we will take a short timeout while they check on that injured player. We hope that he's okay. We'll be back in just a moment. 33-0, Cicero-North Syracuse beating Utica Proctor here on the North Star Network. Welcome back. The injured player was number 5 for the North Stars, Vincenzo Latanzio, who has been a defensive beast this evening.
I mean, my brother plays professional not professional hockey, he plays college hockey. I mean, he's a great athlete, he's a great hockey player. And I mean, when someone's injured on the ice and you're watching those live streams, I mean, the family wants to know, I mean, who it is. I mean, it's just a terrible thing in sports.
We can only
something
hope
you just
that
hate.
Vincenzo, he walked off under his own power. We can hope that Latanzio is good because he has been one of the best players for this North Stars team tonight. Good blocks for Utica Proctor, taken
And
down at about the 4-yard line.
He
Looks
is
like no
out
gain.
of bounds. Is that 3rd and 4? That must be 3rd and 4. It did not look like there was much gain on that play.
Yeah, 3rd down, no gain for the Raiders. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for Utica Proctor. Actually, a loss of 1 on the play, about a half yard, 1 yard. This has definitely been a fun setup, Drew, being able to be here with you at a table by the student section. And it's definitely been a great first experience with broadcasting. And it looks like the North Stars have stopped Utica Proctor again. No gain, 4th and 4. Drew, if you were the coach of Utica Proctor, what would you do here?
I wouldn't know. I mean, the rushes have been stopped. I mean, some of them have been successful, but some of them have come back. I mean, I would just kick this field goal here and make it 33-3. But I mean, you also have nothing to lose with Utica Proctor. I mean, it's a 33-0 game here. I mean, they have nothing to lose. So kicking a field goal would be worst case scenario. But I mean, just driving it in for the touchdown. I mean, they could completely do it. I mean, there's nothing to lose there.
I agree with that. 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Looks like he will be stopped short at the 1-yard line. Gain of 3 by quarterback number 1, Brandon Peterson. Another stop for the North Stars, Drew. The North Stars defense has looked sharp. 1st and 10 for the Cicero-North Syracuse North Stars.
They stopped short, 1 yard short of a touchdown there, Utica Proctor. That has to hurt. That just has to hurt in a blowout game like this.
If you're Coach Klein, Drew, I bet he's happy right now.
They're on their own 1 yard line. This is a dangerous play in football. I mean, they might be on defense, but at the 1 yard line, that is fairly dangerous.
CNS had a safety against Nottingham. They got a safety last week. Good defensive play by Farouk Ibrahim last week.
My mistake on the last play. From what I understood, CNS had recovered it.
Looks like it'll be false start for Cicero-North Syracuse. That means half the distance to the goal, so that means that they'll be at the half-yard line. Good rushing play pushes the pile up to about the 4 or 5 yard line.
That was a good defensive play by CNS.
Anthony Testa, the quarterback with a 5-yard run. Number 12, Anthony Testa, has taken a majority of the quarterback snaps here in this 3rd quarter for the North Stars.
I mean, he's really been ripping it up tonight. I mean, we've said it again and again, but when we talked to Coach Klein, one of the most, I think, impactful things that he told us was that he will go by ear on the quarterbacks, and tonight with the quarterbacks, he has really kept that promise of going by ear.
More flags on the play thrown by the referees. We are awaiting their call. 48 seconds left to go. Another false start on the offense. That'll be half the distance to the goal, so that means that it will be 2nd and 8 at the North Stars 9-yard line. Excuse me, 3-yard line. Good rush to about the 10-yard line. Looks like that could be a first down for the North Stars. Clock running down.
15, 14, 13 seconds left in this quarter. It looks like they're going to run the clock out. This quarter ends 33 CNS, Proctor 0. CNS scored 1 touchdown, missed the field goal.
We'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the North Star Network. Alongside Drew Matiasik, I'm Johnny Lisi. Welcome back. We'll be right back. And we're back. It's 3rd and 3 at the 8-yard line for the North Stars. 33-0, just starting the 4th quarter here.
CNS on offense here.
Looks like it is Testa again for the North Stars. Snap. Testa takes the run. Looks like it could be a first down and more along the sideline. He's going 25. That is a first
Another
down.
rush by Testa, 25-yard line. That was almost a 17, 18-yard rush by Anthony Testa. He is amazing on rushes. He's not passing it off to the running back to rush it. He is rushing it himself. That is the definition of a great quarterback right there. Anthony Testa, number 12, the senior on CNS.
1st and 10 from the North Stars 25 for Cicero-North Syracuse.
And you know, it appears that some fans are playing some pickup football in the back. I mean, one thing that sports does, when you're at the game, you want to play that sport, regardless of whether you've played it or not before.
Yeah. Good rush, and there's another flag down. Penalty against the North Stars. Special thank you again to Aaron Tarquinio on camera and Hunter Bashiska on stats. Drew and I have had a blast this evening.
It has been a dream come true tonight for me and Johnny to be behind the mic. As sophomores, we are the youngest people to be on the mic tonight, and it's great because we have great chemistry. I mean, we've been planning this for weeks, and I don't think I could have asked for a better partner tonight on the play-by-play.
Same to you, Drew. Thank you. It's been a great time.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Can't wait for many more games this year.
I know. I'm excited. We should have a great season ahead of us. 2nd and 22 for the North Stars at the 13-yard line. Testa under center. Passes. He's still going. That is number 26 down at about right where the last play ended.
Yeah, right about there. Just a few yards ahead of that.
Number 26, Jason Bartlett, 7 rushes, 94 yards, and a touchdown last week at Nottingham, and the North Stars win. Third down and 7 for the North Stars at their own 28. North Stars have had 170 receiving yards tonight with 125 rushing yards. So the North Stars have definitely piled on the offense. Testa passes out down at about the 32-yard line, so about a gain of 4.
Tessa's just been dominating on rushes, not only rushes but passes tonight. He has been such a versatile quarterback in this game so far tonight.
His passes have looked good in this in the second half, early 4th quarter. Third and 4 for Cicero-North Syracuse at the 31-yard line.
You know, a pattern I've seen, Johnny, in 2 out of 3 of our games that we've played so far this season, they've at least have a name or a logo after an NFL team. I mean, the Raiders, and then when we played Clifton, their logo, what was it, the 49ers logo?
Yes, it was.
It was the 49ers logo. I mean, the NFL just has such an impact on youth sports, especially high school football. I mean, these high school football players want to be in the NFL. They want to be playing alongside some of the greatest players of all time. That's the goal, and why not make their team like the NFL. Make this like an NFL experience.
Well, you know, Drew, I did a lot of NFL studying over the last weekend, Iron Eagle, on the NFL on CBS with the Bills game. Legend Al Michaels on Sunday Night Football, so learn from the best over the weekend. Dropped by Josh Kubala at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 4 for the North Stars. Fourth and 4 for Cicero-North Syracuse. We're waiting. Looks like they are in the huddle, so it looks like they are going to go for it on 4th down. Testa keeps it. 1st down and more.
What a rush. In this second half, he has been on fire. I mean, legitimately, he's been running like he is on fire. He's been rushing the ball great. And we have a 1st down for CNS.
Good play by the North Stars for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. An official's timeout, and we have another injured player. It is Josh Kubala. That is a kicker. Well, no pun intended, but that is a big kicker for the North Stars.
That is.
We'll be right back. Josh Kubala walking off under his own power. That'll definitely be a big loss for the North Stars.
You know, we are extremely grateful here that they have gotten up off the field fairly quickly, all the injuries we've had tonight. But, you know, still, injuries are just terrible. We just don't want to see them not only be hurt, but we don't want to see them miss playing the sport that they love. And I hope that Kubala can get back out on that field as quickly as possible.
I agree with you. A quick shout out to Owen O'Keefe. Hello, Owen, if you're watching. Good rush by Testa.
We are currently in the process of trying to gain a score from the Liverpool-Beeville game tonight, that big major rivalry of the two high school football teams. Just stay with us, bear with us, but that is going to be a very tight game, we presume.
The North Stars will play Baldwinsville on the road next Friday at 6 o'clock at Baldwinsville High School, Baker High School.
You know, there's some great high school stadiums out there like Baker. I've been there a couple times, but I don't think anything compares to the North Stars' own Michael J. Bragman Stadium here. Nothing compares to the beauty and capture of this amazing stadium.
I agree with that. Third and 5 for the North Stars at the 46-yard line. Testa on the field in the huddle for the North Stars.
It looked like Testa passed it off, but it looks like they're losing some yardage there. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wow, that amazes me. I still thought we were in the third. I mean, this game is just flying by. This might be the fastest football game I've ever
It
seen.
feels like it. I agree with you. We are just about at 2 hours.
I might not be able to speak after this game, Johnny, but it is completely worth it.
I totally agree with that.
A lot of Steelers jerseys I've noticed tonight. A lot of Steelers apparel, especially right in front of us.
I agree with that. Testa rolls out right, looks to pass, and he is tackled at about the 40-yard line.
God, he has to have more rushes, I'm guessing, than most of the running backs in tonight's game. 78 yards so far, 5 touchdowns. Razmovsky has made one total pass that was complete. First and 10 at the Raiders 41, 6:50 left in the fourth quarter. CNS leads 33-0 so far at this point in the game. Looks like Testa's still back out there. Snap back to Testa. He holds it. He throws it. Oh, and he just misses it. Number 22 on CNS. That was a close pass. That would have been a monumental pass if that happened to be complete. Lining back up. Little bit of movement there, and the play, and there's a flag down on the play. We're going to see what that is about in just one moment. And looks like that's a false start. 2nd and 15 for CNS here at the 46-yard line. Proctor's 46-yard line. 6:17 left in the quarter. Snap back to Testa, and he's rushing it, and he jukes him out right at around the 45-yard line. He is taken down. Anthony Testa rushed it. That is about a gain of 1 yard. And we have an update on the Liverpool-Beeville score. It is 20-14 Beeville leading. That is a tough, competitive matchup tonight between Beeville and Liverpool. Line back up. Testa gets it. He holds it for a second, and he snaps it. Oh, and he just misses the pass again. An incomplete pass for the CNS North Stars. We apologize for the movement going on in front of the camera. There is really nothing we can do. Spectrum News, our good friends at Spectrum Sports, have taken over our booth tonight, but it is great to be here in the stands like they do at a couple of Phillies games and baseball games throughout the year. Be in the stands, interacting with the fans. That is also a great part of football and a great part of play-by-play in high school. .5:24 left in the game, 4 and 15 at the 46-yard line. It's going to be interesting to see what the North Stars do here, if they're going to go for it. Still 33-0 CNS, and the play is waved dead.
4th and 15 for the North Stars at the 46-yard line. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. It has been an amazing game so far.
It has been Honestly, I could have never dreamed about a year ago being on the mic, especially for a high school game that was supposed to be this tight, CNS and Utica Proctor. I was honored and humbled to be asked alongside Johnny Lisi to do the game tonight, and a big thanks to Mr. Vanette and Owen O'Keefe tonight once again for allowing us to do this game tonight.
Yes, it's been an amazing experience. What a game, calling probably one of the North Stars' best games of the season.
Arguably. I mean, against one of the toughest matchups. I mean, this is great football. It would be a scary monster to see this CNS play against a team like Nottingham. I mean, that would have just been incredible to see, but this is an even better game, I think, with CNS leading 33-0. They could shut out Utica Proctor tonight, and this is going along with the exact average of 32.5 points, or is it 35.2 points of CNS's average against Utica Proctor in the past 5 years since 2016.
Just about 2 points shy of that, but wow, what a game. At the 35-yard line, I don't know if that will be a first down for the North Stars.
Looks like there's a flag down on the play, but Anthony Testa's pass is complete.
Nathan Williams with the catch on that play. Looks like they're bringing in some of the younger players. Nathan Williams, a sophomore. Nathan Williams, number 18, a 6'1" sophomore. One of the tallest players on the team is only a sophomore.
He is a sophomore, 6'1", 175. What an amazing build for a football player, and what an amazing football player in general. That goes for every single player on CNS tonight that is helping the North Stars with their victory. I know every single player has been working as a collective team and a collective unit tonight to deliver this score of 33-0 with 5:09 left in the game. And I mean, it's crazy how fast this game went and how great CNS has been playing tonight. I hope Coach Klein can agree with us when we say this is so far the game of the year.
I definitely have to agree with you there, Drew. Utica Proctor has the ball. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So CNS did get the first down on that play.
Oh, they did, excuse me. Utica Proctor. Kobe Burry with the stop for the North Stars. It is 2nd down and 10 for Utica Proctor. Excuse me, gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Trayshawn Patterson on the carry, and it is a first down for the Raiders. First down for the Raiders.
The Raiders are lining up for this play. 4:14 left in the game tonight.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard lines. Along the sideline, down at the CNS 40-yard line.
That was a nice rush by Utica Proctor there.
Just about 4 minutes left. So, Drew, with about 4 minutes left, who is your Cicero-North Syracuse player of the game?
It's got to be either Anthony Testa or Mason Ellis. I think both of them have been just absolute units out there on the field tonight, especially Testa with the amount of rushes he's had as a quarterback tonight.
Good run out at the 24. That is a first down and more, about a 14-yard gain for Utica Proctor. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Anthony Testa has played very well in this second half, but I think Mason Ellis did very well. Testa, 78 passing yards and 34 rushing yards. For Mason Ellis, 152 yards on 4 receptions. That is an average for Mason Ellis of 38 yards per catch.
That is incredible. He is speed out there. He is Usain Bolt on that field.
That is a higher average than some NFL players have in one game. Some wide receivers like more than Stephon Diggs, Juju Smith-Schuster. We have a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey right in front of us. Some great NFL players don't even have those yards in one game.
They don't.
Those averages.
And that's just one of the greatest wide receivers that CNS has seen in a while, Mr. Mason Ellis. Number 14, the senior.
They're going to miss him next year, but I have to say, encroachment on Cicero-North Syracuse. I have to say, I really wish I had Mason Ellis on my fantasy team this week.
That would have been nice. That would have gotten you a lot of points, Johnny. That
Yes, it
probably
would.
would have put you in the lead if you had Mason Ellis on your fantasy
Definitely
football
would
team.
have.
We should start a petition to get him on Yahoo Sports Fantasy Football.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the Cicero-North Syracuse defense, that would carry me way over the edge.
That would just give you a ton of points there, Johnny. I mean, just putting Mason Ellis, Anthony Testa, Jackson Ravsmovsky on a fantasy football team, that is golden. That's going to push you to a win, to a championship at the
That is
least.
almost unfair.
That is actually unfair.
First down for the Raiders. First and 10 at the North Stars 11. 33-0 North Stars with 2:46 left to go here in this final fourth quarter. This game has flown by. It's been an amazing 2+ hours. Proctor takes the snap. Down at about the 7 or 8 yard line, probably a gain of 3 or 4. Stand starting to clear out, but we had great attendance for this game. The crowd was definitely electric during this game.
And I mean, the theme worked out. I mean, it was originally the superhero theme, but they got some blowback on that. So you know what? Great Owen O'Keefe puts out the poll. CNS votes for Jersey Night, and that was extremely popular tonight. And if you don't own a jersey, there's a lot of sports shirts out there, a lot of just hats out there, like that great Chicago Cubs hat I'm going to keep pointing out.
And that will be short of a touchdown for Utica Proctor.
1:54 left in the game in the fourth quarter.
We had a great crew this evening. It was great to work with you, Drew, our amazing stats person, Hunter, and our amazing cameraman, Aaron. It was great to have such an amazing crew this evening. This is a crew that I look forward to working with in the future.
I am so excited. We got 3 years of this left, and you know what? It's probably going to fly by, but I'm glad it's going to fly by doing this with you, doing this with someone that is this great on the play-by-play mic.
Thank you, Drew. It's been amazing working with you. It's been great color commentary, and it has definitely been a lot of fun working with you, and I look forward to doing it again.
I look forward to it, too.
Immediately following the game, we'll break it down for about a minute or two. Just give our final thoughts before we sign off.
And it looks like there's a touchdown on the Utica Proctor Raiders. 33-6 North Stars, 1:29 left in the game. The stands are clearing out. The fans are starting to leave. But nonetheless, CNS is still holding on to a victory tonight, and that's all that matters.
I agree with you, Drew. It's 33-6. Looks like Utica Proctor will be going for the 2-point conversion instead of the kick. Up the middle, stopped short at the 2-yard line. So it looks like it will be 33-6 for the North Stars, picking up their second win. They are 2-0 in Class A play, picking up wins over Nottingham on the road, and a good win against a very good Utica Proctor team here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. Utica Proctor falls to 1-1 with their in conference and regular season, with their loss obviously here to Cicero-North Syracuse and beating Corcoran last Saturday.
You know, Johnny, it's just it's been a while since I've seen a 2-point conversion in high school football. But I mean, when you're down by this much, I mean, go for it. You have nothing to lose, but you have everything to gain by doing a play like that.
I agree with you there. So with about 90 seconds left, we'll have one final kickoff. And I would guess that the North Stars will probably kneel in what they call in football victory formation.
It is 8:49 p.m. here in Cicero, New York on the East Coast. 1:29 left in the game. It has been dark out for a while. That full moon has been slowly moving from above the scoreboard to the middle of the sky, and it's just amazing to keep seeing this happen.
Great shot by Aaron right there. That is a very good shot of the moon. Looks like we'll have one final kickoff for Utica Proctor. Looks like Utica Proctor's quarterback, number 1, Brandon Peterson, will kick it off. Interesting combination. Normally in the NFL, well, in the NFL, everyone has one position, but normally in high school football, you don't see a quarterback and a kicker mix. Josh Kubala, the Cicero-North Syracuse kicker, is a defensive lineman, but also a tight end.
Yeah. I mean, just high school football teaches you to be a versatile player. Teaches you to not only to be able to play
Ooh,
more
good
than
catch.
one position, and that's crucial to be a great player in any sport, and this proves why CNS is the greatest team in Section 3 football.
I agree with you there. Great catch by freshman Marcus Reed, number 36. A squib kick by Brandon Peterson.
You know, we've seen a lot of young talent, not only seniors having talent, but a lot of young talent here on this varsity team, as young as a freshman, as old as a senior tonight.
Minute 27 left.
I mean, CNS has a very bright future ahead of them once the seniors leave next year. They have a very bright future ahead of them. I mean,
agree with
I
you
don't
there.
see CNS going down anytime soon because there's a lot of talent to pick from and a good team ahead of us.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with that. Razmovsky hands it off. That is number 9. Number 9, Jesse Frazee, a senior, 5'10" senior running back. Jesse Frazee. That was a good gain.
Joseph Gentile stopped the play from the Utica Proctor Raiders. 58 seconds left in the game. The clock is running down, and it looks as if CNS is going to take this one 33-6. First and 10 on the UCNS's 40-yard line.
Hands it off again. Looks like he breaks free, and that should be a first down for the North Stars. That will probably be one of the last regular plays of the game, as we can guess that they will go into victory formation, kneel, and end the game. As much as we don't want the game to end, it has been an amazing night here.
It has been an amazing, amazing night. 24 seconds left, and it looks like they're just going to run the clock out.
Great win for the North Stars as they improve to 2-1, 2-0 in conference, and the Utica Proctor Raiders fall to 1-1, same record in conference.
And you can see the cheerleading team already starting their victory dance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and CNS is declared victorious over the Utica Proctor Raiders tonight. 33-6 CNS, and what was supposed to be a tight matchup, CNS really, really dominated tonight in a great attendance game. Not only that, but a great play, a great team, a great effort.
We will be back We'll be back in just a moment to break down the game. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to the North Star Network. It was a great game with Drew Matiasik, and it was an amazing night for the North Stars. 33-6 win. We had some great stars. Mason Ellis for the North Stars. Vincenzo Latanzio did great on both defense and offense for the North Stars. And quarterback number 12, Anthony Testa. Drew, it was a great night all around.
Yeah, it was a great game. I mean, Anthony Testo really dominated with his rushes. I mean, he's known usually for his rushes out there on the field, but he's not really known for rushing it himself. That's something a great quarterback can do. That's something the greats can do, like Anthony Testa, can go out there and rush the ball as far as they can as a quarterback, get past those defensive linemen, and win the game for CNS 33-6 against Proctor.
And sophomore quarterback Jackson Razmovsky looked mature too. He made some very mature throws in some spots that you wouldn't expect a sophomore in high school quarterback to make.
Great complete passes, long complete passes, sharp complete passes from a sophomore in high school. Someone in our grade, Johnny, someone that great.
Yes.
And Jackson Razmovsky, he is the future of CNS football.
Thank you for watching, everyone, for our amazing crew, for Hunter on stats, Aaron on camera, Drew Color. I'm Johnny Lisi. Thank you for watching the
I'm
North
Drew
Star Network.
Matiasik.